online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Slightly different song.
When Cena gets everyone fired. Happy New Year, everybody! We hope your 2K14 turned into a pretty sweet 2K15 so far. We got a new look in the studio.
It's called Tiny.
Yeah. It looked good though.
It's intimate.
Yeah, it looked good though.
Looks like
what a way to end Raw.
Yeah.
I love this music. Can we just let it go all show?
Yeah.
This is the ants go marching in. This is not the song that they left around with.
The ants go marching in?
The ants go marching in.
Is that from a Pixar movie?
No.
All right, let's get to it, everyone. We only got an hour because AfterBuzz has so many shows now. We are now officially an hour, so we got to get through a 3-hour Raw in 60 minutes.
99 shows a week. That's nuts.
That's a lot of shows.
Yeah.
So that means we're going to be like fast-paced, moving, probably skipping over. Well, we can't skip over Great Khali matches anymore, but you know, we're going to have to skip over some things.
Maybe some long intros. We skip those.
A lot of intros. Yeah. A lot of long intros.
Zing.
All right. At Jay Quasto, next to me, she is dressed in black for the celebratory first show of the new year. Find her on Twitter at Catherine Kelley. She's Cathy Kelley.
Hi. I'm excited for the strobe light floor.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty
You haven't
sweet.
seen that yet.
Is that
Cool.
what?
Oh! If we can get a disco ball up in here. Yo, the good thing about this new studio, there's room to dance and like just, you know, you could do the worm.
Oh, there was room to dance before. It was just like.
It's true.
Look at all of this room.
So much space. You guys can't even see it, but it's amazing. All right, let's get to everyone across from me. The man wearing that sweet, sweet vest and the Seth Rollins t-shirt. Find him on Twitter at The Walking Dale. He's got his hair slicked back like he's RVD. He's Dale Rutledge.
But
Maybe I'll be
cooler than RVD.
celebrating later like RVD.
Meaning? Oh.
I don't know. He likes to celebrate.
I want to see you do a damn frog splash.
Walking Dale.
There we go. Next to him, he's one of our BFFs on the show. Find him on Twitter at Nat Baymel. Both names impossible to spell. He's Nat Baymel.
I'm so happy to be back. I didn't know it was your BFF, really?
You're our BFF. One of them. But you're right there, though. Like, bam. Yeah.
Bare minimum. I like that.
And in the studio, that's Stephen Lemieux, everybody. He's the real MVP of the damn show. So give it. He gave.
I pat myself on the back.
Yeah, he just popped for himself. I love that.
With the Barry Horowitz.
Oh, yeah, of course. Nothing wrong with that. All right, we got to get to this because we really don't have any time to waste.
Yeah.
Corpus Christi, Texas, guys. First Raw of the new year. A lot went down. I see a lot of buzz on Twitter that people are not happy how it ended. I don't see how. For everyone that can't stand John Cena, how are you not happy seeing him miserable at the end of Raw with happy music and confetti?
I think they're not happy with who was fired, but it doesn't make sense.
Oh, come on.
I mean, we'll talk about that, but yeah.
Get a grip, everybody. All right, anyways, we start off with Raw. Every superstar is in the ring. John Cena apologizes. He says 2015 is about to be a struggle. Bam, authorities music hits. They come down. Of course, they gloat for a while. They say, we know what's best for you. We know what's best for business. They talk a little bit of smack about Sting. Then they say WWE is a sinking ship without them. Then they thank Seth Rollins for their return. And then Seth comes out, and I just love how Seth Rollins is old school heel, man.
Oh, yeah.
Just rubs it in.
And they have a great way of thanking him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, continue. Go ahead.
Which is with a triple threat.
Yeah.
At the Royal Rumble.
Big
It's
announcement.
gonna be. I can't do it.
I was floored by this. I did not see this coming at all.
Well, you have been a huge proponent of getting pissed off if Lesnar Cena 3 happened because you go ahead, explain your
I mean, not
take.
if 3 happened, but if this was just a program to only build John Cena.
Thrice in a lifetime.
Thrice in a lifetime.
Yeah.
But this looks like it's going to be a whole new game.
This would have actually been their 4th match done for the Extreme Rules in 2012. Yeah, so adding Seth Rollins is just like such a fresh, oh, look, this is going to be something at least slightly different now.
How does that work in with his briefcase, though?
He can use it.
Yeah, if he loses that match, he can immediately just cash it in and win anyways.
Yeah.
So we have options now. Everything's new and fresh and exciting, and we don't know what's going to happen.
And it's going to be... when's the last time Lesnar wrestled a triple threat match? I have no idea.
When's the last time Lesnar wrestled?
Well,
September.
I mean, last year, for sure.
Triple threat match with Lesnar. I can't. I mean, not since he's been back this go round.
Of course.
No.
But
I'm glad. It puts a wrinkle in things, and Seth Rollins can work with anybody. And Cena and Rollins already have established a pretty damn good, chemistry.
Yeah.
And Lesnar, as long as he just shows up.
It's gonna get bloody.
oh, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really... I'm excited for the Rumble. I know we all are, because there's a lot of questions we got. And Daniel Bryan wasn't even mentioned tonight.
Surprise return.
Yeah, that is really weird.
If they just don't mention him for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
That's a good sign, I feel. Usually.
If you could build up the Rumble...
Or a really bad sign.
If they want you to forget about something, they'll just let it lie, and then they hope that it surprises you. So maybe he's going to win that Rumble.
Well,
I don't know.
I would imagine... I want to see Daniel Bryan come out 30 in a Rey Mysterio mask. Just so he can get a huge ovation.
Poor Ray.
They might... No, they won't do that.
They will not do that.
Bring Ray back.
Probably not. Anyways, it's a new era for the Authority, according to Triple H. He said there's no ulterior motives, no hidden agendas. Everyone will get what they deserve. Oh, such ominous words, gang. Because we know it's about to hit the fan.
Sure enough.
So he makes a match tonight. It's going to be Dolph Ziggler defending his IC title against your boy Dale, Bad News Barrett.
Yes, indeed.
I love that. I'm so glad he's finally back.
Yeah, and he looks different. He definitely looks like
lean.
trimmer and
Yeah.
lean.
Hey, man, when you got a jacked up shoulder, all you can do is cardio.
Oh, that makes
Cardio
sense.
and obstacles. That's all you can do.
Yeah, well.
Obstacle.
Obstacles?
Yeah, abs are a pain in the ass to do, so they're obstacles. They're obstacles.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
what I
I
call
didn't know
them.
like an obstacle course where it's just nothing but sit-ups.
Nothing but planks.
I thought it was a popsicle that was
You
just
get a
made
plank
of
in
abs.
public everywhere. Exactly. So we got a pretty good clue as to what Bad News Barrett's going to be about this time around.
You know what's weird? He came back, I thought, as a face.
Yeah.
Just 2 weeks ago,
Well, yeah,
maybe?
the whole
Last
thing
week.
with
Last
Cesaro
week.
was odd,
Yeah. I mean, in Cesaro, that speech I thought was a promise of new things to come, and then he got squashed, and now he's with Tyson Kidd.
Well, new things
That's okay,
came
though.
for him tonight.
Yeah, the new bodysuit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought this match didn't go the way that I thought it would right at first, but then good old Kane came out.
Yep.
Yeah, it was an incredible match, I thought. I mean, Dolph reversing the winds of change and the crucifix roll for the win. We think, oh my God, he won in 3 minutes. Amazing. Kane comes out. I forgot to mention, it's a 2 out of 3 falls match.
After quite an ass whooping.
Yeah, the match went about a minute and a half, and the ass whooping went on for about like 4.5 minutes. It was like, this is still going.
Rammed his shoulder right into the posts.
Yeah. And then Barrett gets the second fall, and then from there it turned into a great match. It went for like 5-6 minutes, and
Yeah.
nice back and forth. Kane distracts him. Barrett hits the elbow.
Super kick on Kane.
Yeah.
Barrett hits that damn bullhammer.
Not
And
a
he gets
fan.
the win. No, I don't mind the bullhammer. I'm just like...
You wanted Ziggler to retain.
But
okay.
also, Barrett had the IC title before his
Yeah.
injury, so it makes sense. Like, this is the first time ever, I think, that I've been upset, or I haven't been upset with Ziggler losing his title.
And I think it told a good story, especially if they want to get Bad News Barrett back on that heel page.
Well, they did tonight.
They definitely reestablished that. And I don't know. I don't think. I mean, we were kind of saying, if anything, this is going to get Ziggler to be the record-breaking IC title holder by the time this is all done.
I don't even... How long was this reign? How many days specifically? Because he won
at
at
TLC.
which was December something.
I mean, back
14th
and
or
forth
something?
between him and The Miz for...
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple.
Ever.
Yeah.
Let's say 22 days.
Ish. Someone will tell us on Twitter right
3
away.
weeks, we'll say.
Somewhere between
I mean-
20 days and a year.
Yeah, right in between those.
It's a good point. I mean, I would love it to see elevate Ziggler to... Well, let's be honest. Every time he's in there, it's a main event. But it'd be cool to see him... Obviously not at the Rumble. It's not going to happen. So maybe that just makes him a bigger player in the Rumble. I don't know.
Maybe, and I would love to see him have a program with Triple H if I could do some dream booking.
Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be great for him.
I
both of them.
gotta give it up to Kane. He got loud during that match.
Oh, yeah.
When he came down and he says, "Ring the bell!"
And
It scared you.
It really did. It did. I yelped a little bit.
You did.
That was scarier to you than any time he's ever been the demon. It's like, well, he reminded me of my father, so that just hit a little too close to the home.
When a man in a corporate suit yells, you know,
Yeah.
stuff's hitting that fan.
But this is Barrett's 5th time as the IC champ.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
So, which tells you not one run has been very long.
No.
But what is anymore?
Oh.
Gone are the days of people hanging on to titles.
Lesnar's world
I was
championship.
gonna say Brock Lesnar's reign.
Dean Ambrose, he held on to that. If you don't wrestle
is
for
true.
the belt, you hang on to it for a really long time.
Seriously, if I win the predictions title ever again, I'm just not showing up for another pay-per-view, and I'm going to hang on to that damn thing and not giving it up.
Who won it this go round?
I don't know.
Gabby had it, and she didn't know who to give it to.
It was
Because Gabby guesses with her eyes closed and somehow got it right.
Some people.
Okay, sorry, off the rails.
Someone
there.
wins. Anyway, so yes, so that happened. We have a new Intercontinental champion, Bad News Barrett. That's just one strike against the people going against the Authority. Dolph Ziggler loses. Moving on, Renee Young backstage with Roman Reigns. And, Nat,
I have something.
it was okay. I know you do. So go ahead. What do you have to say? Roman Reigns basically said he puts the Big Show over, then he puts himself over as Superman. Shout out to DC Movie News. And
Yeah.
Big Show can expect him, believe that. Go ahead, Nat.
Speaking of DC movie news, I have something to say. That's honestly Reigns, like his whole thing since he came back is like, don't let him talk, don't let him talk. He was kind of channeling his cousin Rocky in this one. He was like kind of cocky, a little smoother about it. And the whole thing was like, I'm faster than the speeding bullet. I want him to go just totally above and beyond with all these Superman references.
Raise your voice a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I want him to get I want him to get specific. It's like the backstory of Superman. I want him to be like, this guy right here, I can turn back time by flying around the axis in reverse. I'll make Mr. Mitchell Spitlet say his name backwards. I just want every week for it to just be like more and more absurd with how nerdy he is. This is my fantasy booking, by the way. This is why I understand I will never be hired as a writer.
Yeah, this is why.
Yes. Just one of the many reasons. By the way, Johan Pena, sorry, man, we're not taking phone calls, but I'm glad you're watching, so that's awesome.
What's up, Johan?
Yeah, what up, dog? So, yeah, there you go. So, yeah, Roman.
Yeah. Are you karate chopping over there?
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty good 5-second pose.
Karate chop your
Cathy.
face.
With my stupid pinky. Bray Wyatt is then back in a very, very foggy marsh area. And he's talking to Dean Ambrose. He basically says, you're going away, Dean. You made your bed and now you're going to ride in it. Tonight will mark the end of a great journey. The devil is real. He is suffering. He is real. And tonight he walks beside me. Run! And that was that.
I really hope shortening to an hour after show doesn't mean that we have to get rid of your impressions.
Look, Dale told me to do it.
I missed it. I hadn't heard it all year.
Because I don't like doing it as much. I feel like I have to rush it.
It does.
Wow.
What does?
I mean, the hour show does mean you have to give it up. Steven getting mean.
Well,
All right, so we're gonna make adjustments.
Except there's going to be a triple threat match. I love that one.
Okay. Wait, with who?
No, just that quote, that impression.
Oh,
It's gonna be.
Oh no, that we might get to it. Okay,
All right.
Let's not give that up yet. Anyway, so Bray Wyatt's ready for the ambulance match tonight. Moving on, the Ascension's here, and
they're ready for some comparisons to old tag teams.
Yeah, they're inviting them actively.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're enjoying the fact that they're making fun of the road. Here's the thing that I'm confused about. So the Ascension, they make fun of the Road Warriors. They make fun of Demolition, but especially the Road Warriors. And then JBL, who basically agrees with every heel on the roster, goes, they couldn't carry the Road Warriors' bags.
Just dug a ditch and threw him in it. Buried alive.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know.
I want to know what's the end game for this.
I don't know.
I mean, is it going to be a continual thing where they keep trashing the Road Warriors until Animal shows up? Is that going to be like the WrestleMania match, like Animal, like with his brother John Laurinaitis, like
Or
taking hot spot
Heidenreich.
or something?
Oh, God.
Heidenreich.
Dear God, no.
Like, or are there going to be like new Road War? I don't know what's going on here.
What a joke.
Well, like you mentioned specifically, like I do like the fact that they are going back to the 80s. They're screaming, and it's different.
They are specifically what people who've never watched wrestling before think of when they think of pro wrestling. Like, if they were just flipping channels, they're like, I always knew
and they're
it was
like, yep,
this.
nothing's changed.
Yeah, exactly.
You watch NXT though, right?
I love NXT, yes.
This is probably one of my least favorite debuts or transitions from NXT
Agreed.
to the main roster.
Emma was worse.
Much worse, yes.
I liked Emma just because they kept what she had down at NXT. They changed it up. I thought the Ascension was great when they didn't talk.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, I mean, like, when they did start talking in NXT, they were just really bland, like, we're gonna do things and hurt people. And now they're screaming.
They're not scary anymore. That's the thing, is it looked comical almost tonight with the face paint stuff.
You know
it didn't work for me.
You're right. What I really would have enjoyed the Ascension, all these little vignettes ahead of time, is literally they pop into your frame, they just stare at the camera, and then the words pop on the screen, welcome to the wasteland.
Yeah.
And I agree with Cathy. I think if they would just not said a damn word, their debut would have been going so much smoother.
Mm-hmm.
But
they've even down at NXT, I feel like they've been on this roller coaster where sometimes I'm really on board and sometimes it's just not working.
Yeah.
And especially the last month with them getting so scared by Hideo Itami and all those other people, like, it just doesn't click anymore for me.
I wonder, to the opposite of your point, if they are doing it, like you said, people who don't watch would see it and saying things haven't changed. Maybe that's what they want old wrestling fans to feel.
One thing I will say I loved about this, we got some good old-fashioned jobbers up in the house.
Enhancement talent, Nat.
Already in the ring. With the mismatched tights they probably got from, like, the jobber barrel backstage.
Well, one of the guys I know is on the Reality Wrestling roster. I know that.
You said that a lot of people from...
They were.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Booker T, that's his promotion in Houston.
Yeah.
We love. And so he got a couple people in, which is pretty cool. And the Ascension, they did what they do. They won quick.
That's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. Wow. Picking on the Road Warriors? That's high.
I mean, it's instant heel heat, right? But I don't know if it's the right. When you look so much like the Road Warriors, I don't really get it. I just don't get it. Mm-hmm. But
it's like if Ryback started saying, like, I'm better than Goldberg.
Right, exactly.
You're not going to help your chance at all.
Yeah.
Although he might technically be a little bit.
They're great in the ring. I'll give them that. They're good in the ring. Good enough in the ring.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Lana and Rusev backstage. Well, long story short, Rusev says, America, keep your nose out of Russia's business. And then, of course, they put over Putin. Putin. That damn Putin.
No.
The Putin clan.
No.
No, is that not how it goes? Putin?
No.
Sounds like Putang.
Protein.
An hour.
Protein. I'm not going to get used to this hour thing. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best.
That's like a challenge for us to do this for the rest of the hour. Putang.
Yeah. As hard as it is to do a 3-hour Raw, it's just as hard to do an hour after show of a 3-hour Raw.
Amen, brother.
It really is. All right, so anyway, they put over Putin.
Putin.
Thank you.
Still hoping for his debut at WrestleMania.
Oh my God. You know what? That would mean at least our countries are getting along, right?
Yeah. What if Putin won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal this year?
Oh, that's another reason why you're not a writer. Roman Reigns versus...
anyways,
I know what the people want.
The Big Show. Back and forth with these two for a while. Big Show gets that bear hug locked in. They eventually go outside the ring, and then Show decides to pick up the stairs again. He's very proficient using the stairs. Just knocks over Roman Reigns for the DQ. Tosses him in the ring, but then Reigns gets back up, spears him. Show gets knocked out with the stairs, and this is continuing. I wonder if either one of these guys will not be in the Rumble. They're just going to go at it at the Rumble themselves.
No, I mean, Reigns for sure is going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah.
All right.
But I thought this was a pretty strong match, and I thought Big Show had a couple of cool one-liners.
For those two, yes.
Yeah. On a scale.
On a scale, it was very good for a Big Show match. Usually it's very slow and plodding. This was very slow and plodding with a purpose.
I love JBL's line that Big Show's knee was full of kryptonite.
There was
smart.
A little bit of overselling at the beginning, though. It's like...
There definitely was.
Reigns, yeah.
But I do...
Hey, at least someone's selling.
Again, with the just go over the top of the Superman things, like he must have kryptonite in his shoes, like, or the red sun, which depletes some of his... All right, I'm
know a lot about Superman.
He's also weak against magic, but go on.
Are we still going back to Superman?
No.
I like Superman.
Yeah, no, we know.
Yeah, we've definitely picked that up.
Yeah, so that happened. Just another. It seems like every week there's some kind of crazy DQ that ends the match, whether they're getting tossed over the announcer's table.
See, I liked this DQ though. I thought him doing a spear with him holding the stairs that he's been so on to using lately, and I don't know. I thought it
shows out to hurt him.
It's a cool visual of like him getting speared and like killing himself with the stairs.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's just another week of Roman not winning a match. It's like at this point when presumably he's gonna be on the elevation, he just keeps on having like a sort of slow plotted match that ends in DQ or count out or some sort of other
But I'm okay with that because everyone was panicking about, oh my God, Roman Reigns is going to be in the main event at WrestleMania and everyone's going to get pissed off. Well, guess what? It's not going to happen, so calm down.
Yeah, I prefer a slower build, and I also think it helps because it's the Big Show. It takes a lot of times to figure out how to decode the Big Show. So to me, I think I'm into it.
Decode the Big Show? Yeah. Is there a little keypad? You got to like...
Have you seen the Big Show?
Beep, beep,
Is he Fort Knox?
Yeah.
Fort knocks you out.
Is he? 60 minutes.
That was worth it.
That was like a verbal Dean Ambrose like rebound area.
Is Big Show Area 51? Okay, so Natty versus Nikki Bella with Paige at Natty's side and Brie, her best friend, never got a good explanation for it, at Nikki's side. Why does that get me so mad that they never explain it?
I am so furious about that.
Thank you.
Because, I mean, like, I saw it. We all saw it. I just wanted them to have it. I thought they would.
This is indicative of a much larger problem with the Diva division. Like, again, NXT, their women division is amazing. They treat it like sports.
And it's simple. And you get it.
The women main evented this last NXT. That's incredible.
Yeah, also that Charlotte Sasha Banks match.
Every time they're in the ring, it's...
That said, it's like, it's very simple storytelling. They give them the respect they deserve. They treat them like they are athletes as well. They don't treat them like they're lesser beings. They just say, okay, you're a different gender, which means you have your different title. Whereas here, it's literally, they're just like little toys that they just like make up on a whim. Paige, all of a sudden, oh, she's a good guy this week. Alicia Fox, you're a bad guy this week.
If I was doing play-by-play for a Divas match, I would literally be like, give me the notes ahead of time because I have no idea what the hell is going on right now. I have no idea what to put over because I'm confused every week.
I think the problem, though, it's very much too many cooks in the kitchen because
Too
of
many cooks.
Total Divas, because they are having to angle everything like what happened on this week's Total Divas. And on this week's Total Divas, Paige and Natty had a storyline together, and so they just have to readjust all the time. Who's a heel? Who's a face? What's going on Total Divas?
It would work out so much better if they focused on the 2 to 4 girls that were at the top of the Divas division, and they just briefly mentioned Total Divas.
Yeah.
Like maybe one of those 4 is on it.
I mean,
as opposed to
Isn't it the number one show on E! As Is?
Yes, but
Kardashians, I think, is...
it was like the first, that was last season that it debuted number 1 again.
Okay.
But I just feel like they don't know how to use it right yet. You know, it's been a year and a half, even though it's like season 4, it's...
Albeit, Total Divas has given, I feel like, the women a huge push. So
we now have 2 to 3 women's matches in a night as opposed to 1. They just don't know how to put it all together yet.
They aren't using their best talent necessarily. Like, I mean, we were talking about tonight, Paige's promo for SmackDown moving to Thursdays was hilarious. That's probably the best one.
Yeah.
But we also like Paige showed up tonight helping Natty, and as a viewer, I was like, what? Because I didn't...
Cameron was helping Naomi. It looked like what?
Sort of. There was like that. Like I'm gonna.
But why was she there?
Yeah.
Why?
If she's not, yeah.
Why?
I don't watch Total Divas. I like to keep at least some things kayfabe in my life, and so I don't watch. So I have no idea what happens. So that confuses me when I watch Raw.
Again, but also like kayfabe wise, Cameron hasn't had a match in months.
Yeah,
feels like
she's training. That was this season. Is she supposed to be training to become a better wrestler?
No, she was in She was in like some kind of battle royal over the holidays.
Okay, fair enough. But it just seems weird that like they fly her out to just show up for literally 4 seconds to be an extra body to check on Naomi backstage.
Well, Zack Ryder and several other guys are flown out every single week, and
Zack Ryder is still being flown out?
Well, not currently, but Darren Young was in the ring at the top of the show.
Fun
and did nothing except for...
And that bummed me out. I would love to see D. Young get a nice return, a surprise return, and so it makes you wonder, I guess he's not going to have a surprise return.
But Total Divas debuted yesterday, so all the girls were going to be on the show. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying I see what they're thinking. They just haven't figured out how to put it together properly.
So what you're saying is Paige and Natty were buddies on Total Divas last night, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
They had a bit of there was a pot brownie situation. But
Everyone who's a WWE fan knows about Total Divas. I feel like it's the opposite way, where the people who are Total Divas fans might not be watching
absolutely.
Raw.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. Anyways, Paige cleans house. She super kicks Nikki afterwards. She looks strong, looks great. So, I guess, do we have a Natty Nikki Bella thing working for the Rumble? Because AJ is gone, I guess. I don't know.
I guess they've been trading wins back and forth for the past 2 or 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
I assume it'll culminate in a title match.
And then meanwhile, Natty is getting paid no attention to by Tyson or his tag team partner.
I love them.
Keeps missing that damn high five.
They should get cat suits.
They should get anything
Instead.
other than what they wore tonight.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to turn down a skeleton bodysuit.
I also
Yeah.
really liked when Cesaro just
Yeah.
like
It was-
birthed himself out of Sorry.
He's the king of swing, and he was drowning.
the C-section.
This is Cesaro.
That's great. We should just end it now.
So we're at almost the halfway point of the show. And we've had 2 birthing references.
Hey, see you guys.
Buzz you later.
We've been canceled, everybody.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin
Oh my god.
That was so well done. Yepers, everybody. So that's happening. Dean Ambrose, then, he is backstage, or he's somewhere backstage. He kept it simple. I never made New Year's resolutions. I'm not even a good person, so what's the point in that? I love this promo, and he says, there's no happy ending tonight. It all ends with me and Bray Wyatt. I love the fact, I think Ambrose is really saying what he wants
Yeah.
with the promos.
And they're also keeping it short, which is very nice. Like, you don't need a 10-minute promo to say, I don't like you. You need 1 minute backstage. I'm going to kick your ass.
Even Wyatt was a little bit shorter tonight than he can.
Which is
go
good.
on
They get
sometimes.
redundant after a while, especially
Exactly.
Wyatt. I love him. I think that he's one of the best talkers that they have, but it does get redundant. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. Moving on, after Dean Ambrose speaks, we have a really nice paying of respects to Stuart Scott. For my generation, he was an amazing anchor, so rest in peace and condolences to his family. I love Stuart. Eric Rowan versus Luke Harper. They wrestled recently, I believe.
Feels like they did.
A couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, it was like that weird thing where, like, shouldn't this have gotten some sort of hype since they're former tag partners?
Shouldn't have been on a pay-per-view, and it was on like a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this wasn't really a match either.
Nope. It was
Great, though.
double refs. Loved it. So Kane, is this when Kane came out again? Or no, it was just announced that they had special guest referee.
Yeah, it was just announced.
Yeah. 2 referees, guys. J&J Security, Jamie Noble, and Joey Mercury. What the hell? Why not?
Looking good in the black and white, I thought.
Yeah.
They were doing their thing.
And just fun little spots of, like, they both, like, when Eric Rowan goes for a cover, they both drop at the same time. Like, I'll count. No, I'll
Like, no, I'm
count.
gonna
You
do it.
count. Oh, no, you count. Yeah.
Great stooge chemistry.
Uh-huh. And they got some pretty good kicks in at the end there.
Oh, yeah.
A little double kick action.
Yeah, they were, like, putting the boots to Rowan. He mounted a comeback.
Stop in a mud hole.
Yeah, Harper comes in with another clothesline, holds him up, and they do, like, simultaneous, like, drop kicks to his temples, which look cool.
Yeah.
This match only lasted about not long, 4 minutes, something like
Barely.
that. So yeah. Basically, Rowan, they mess up the 3 count for him. Rowan gets pissed off, and then the next thing you know, clothesline from Smell, they get the win. J&J attack, another clothesline, and then like you said, the double boot to the head. Very well done. And you know J&J had to be loving that moment.
I love the J&J.
Yeah.
And it's a nice note to the storyline of the night of everybody who is on that Survivor Series team. I like when they have a theme for the night. I think that's great.
You mean things tie in together?
Yeah.
Things from the past are currently storylines that are going on?
It's like creative writing.
It's funny you mentioned that, Kathy, because speaking of things that don't tie into anything, Alicia Fox and Naomi are backstage.
This is another Total Divas moment, though.
What happened with them two?
Well, Naomi's off the show, and Alicia Fox replaced her.
She
So
needed to
that's-
turn heel for the match later.
Yeah.
So she had to do something backstage to signify that.
And
Okay.
I don't like when they always have like the divas talk to each other backstage. So they do that awkward thing where they're both facing the camera, but they have to talk to each other. So if I'm talking to you, it's just like, well, I know we have a match later. It's just like,
That's how I talk to people.
Yeah, here
Cathy's always mugging for the camera. She ready.
fair enough.
and they're always like at a makeup table.
yeah,
Exactly, at a makeup table. Like, let me just do this one thing.
Well, I mean, you got to powder people up.
Or catering. It's always a food fight or a makeup fight.
Yeah. I'd be so pissed if someone messed up catering. Do you dare spill my trail mix?
Do they
Fat
have
Kid
trail mix?
Quasto.
Probably.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
They have cupcakes.
Do they?
Don't they?
I've never seen cupcakes.
At SummerSlam they have.
Yeah.
Remember?
Cookies. There was a lot of cookies.
Oh, a lot of baked goods. I went a little overboard that afternoon. Not going to
Chocolate
lie.
wasted.
I'd better not. All right.
I'm sugar drunk.
1 hour.
You know what's amazing? We're doing. We still have 30 minutes left, and
We're gonna have time.
We're over halfway
We're done.
I'm worried
Yeah.
we're gonna finish way early.
I'm gonna just start listening to WWF champions.
Going to finish.
So Alicia comes up to Naomi and says, "You know what? We're facing each other tonight, but we're gonna be friends forever. Even though you got kicked off of Totes Divas, and the next thing you know, she attacks, smashes her head off the table, hits her with the powder, and next thing you know, she runs away. Summer and Emma and Cameron are there, but Summer and Emma help out." And then Cameron's just like,
She takes a knee, but then just sort of gives her the side eye.
she
Yeah.
borderline T-bows, and then was like, "No, I'm not doing this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
A quarter Tebow, yeah.
A quarter Tebow. That sounds like an order on the menu. I think the mirror was making me
quarter
really.
Tebow.
The mirror was making me really nervous because it was
Yeah.
teetering and then it fell between the table and them. I was
13 years of bad luck.
yeah.
How many it is? I thought it was 7.
7.
It is 7.
Or is that a ladder?
13 is the other bad luck thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's 13? If you walk under a ladder or see a black cat on
Just
Halloween?
13's a
If you
bad
don't finish
number.
the show within an hour.
You
What
get
are the
13.
ramifications? What will you do to us?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know why I set my chest
Absolutely nothing.
up there. Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
So, yep, that was the two Diva segments for the evening. I'd say this one, yeah, like I guess like you said, Alicia Fox had to do something mean. And she's bipolar anyway, so I guess, whatever.
I mean, she got crazy with that powder.
That she commits.
She does commit.
Should be committed.
And I love seeing Naomi in more of a storyline capacity too. Like if this really is what she had to do to get more Raw time was leave the other show, then good on her for being able to go do that route.
That's the funny thing, too, is Naomi had a title match just very recently, so maybe we're working towards a triple threat.
I would love to see her with the title.
She needs to win that thing.
Yeah, she's been the diva with like the most potential for like 2 years now, and I love to see her actually like get the time to
I
shine.
know. I hate seeing Natty get overlooked, though, but...
Yeah, they have so many talented like people. I just wish they would treat them as such.
Natty, I think, is used properly, at least. Like, she's used frequently on Raw, SmackDown. She goes down to NXT. She fights there. So she's getting her time. Naomi,
She's busy,
however, I feel like doesn't get as much.
Yeah, and she had a little injury last year. She
Yeah.
had some things that hampered her, but now you can get it going.
I gotta believe we're gonna have an NXT Diva or an NXT Woman debut either before or after the Rumble, heading to WrestleMania, right? You don't
I
think?
would like a second Charlotte debut that's better.
I almost want her to stay in NXT for a little while longer because she's
I
still
know.
like she's only been training for like 2 years or less,
know.
and also she's in the middle of a great title
And-
reign. Just let it go.
See,
for a
that's
while.
the other thing is they have so many women up there right now. Like, they
Exactly.
don't need another.
Well, the only 4 we ever see on TV really are Charlotte, Banks, Becky Lynch, and
No, I'm saying-
Bailey. That's it. Like, what other chicks are we
Yeah,
seeing?
but-
I'm
Alexa
saying that
on
there's so
Raw.
many on Raw right now.
Sure.
That they don't need to bring up someone
But I'm
from
just
NXT.
right. I'm just saying that we talk a lot about the NXT Women's Division. I can't. What other 4 are
I mean,
regularly
it's
on
because
TV?
all of them have been brought up. It's Summer,
Yeah.
it's Paige.
Paige and
yeah.
Emma were tearing it up down there when they were around, and Natty was a regular at the time. And Alexa Bliss is still new, but she's like got a lot of potential.
Oh, no doubt. I think she was like a collegiate cheerleader. or something.
We should talk about this tonight. The premiere of The Bachelor. Devin Taylor, aka Brittany, is one of the contestants.
Wait, she's Brittany on The Bachelor.
Her actual name is Brittany Devin Taylor from NXT, as you guys would know her.
No, I don't watch The Bachelor. From what I remember, you always have to say like what you do. What is her occupation?
It's WWE Diva in Training.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Was she able to say 2 sentences on The Bachelor?
I have only watched the first 2 hours, so she does do the traditional limo exit. She doesn't get like a package before. I have not seen the last hour, but I will keep you posted.
I want to get on The Bachelorette just so I could do something stupid and get eliminated right away. Like, just, I don't know. What do? You sit around and you try to get a rose, right?
You just make an Ultimate Warrior entrance out of the limo.
Just run around, shake the fake ropes, and go up to in your face, and just leave and walk away on a Segway or just right away. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. I don't think I'd be able to get all that to happen.
As you, bachelorettes.
Why Johnny will never be on The Bachelor.
Number
Amongst
47.
other reasons.
Yeah.
So true. Number 47.
In the red corner, weighing in at 72 pounds.
Wait,
That's just mean.
were you calling me skinny?
No, I'm talking about if they were going to introduce girls in The Bachelor.
That's really unhealthy to be 72 pounds.
Yeah, that's right. Unless you're a Labrador Retriever.
Speaking of
No, because
That's my kind of show.
That bitch.
speaking of unhealthy, we had an ambulance match next.
Hey, there you go. 60-minute Nat. That's what we're calling it from now on. He could go Broadway Nat.
That's what my girlfriend calls me.
What?
What girlfriend?
Jinga.
That was a good one. It wasn't on me for
Hi,
one.
Katie. Love you.
That's right. You do have a girlfriend now.
I do.
Yeah.
And she totally watches this show.
She might be.
She might give her a shout out.
Shout out to Katie. Never met you, but I'm sure you're cool.
I'm sure you're real.
BFF, haven't met you yet. Interesting.
On the spot.
Keeping the relationship kayfabe. Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt ambulance match. Guys, we could talk about this for a while because it got rough. Right away early on, Bray gets him through the doors. Ambrose kicks his way out. And did you know ambulances have Red Cross tables in them?
I did.
Those were ridiculous.
So funny. I don't know what purpose that. I mean, yeah, it was a good theme.
Well,
but
sometimes you have time for a picnic.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wrote in all caps Brawl City exclamation mark because they were just fighting all over the place.
So cool.
Wyatt got bloody real early.
Did they ever hit the ring? I don't think they ever got in the ring.
No, they started in the ring.
Yeah, a
That
couple
jump
times.
with the Ambrose onto Bray onto the table?
And the story of the match was that Wyatt early on slammed the ambulance door on Dean's knee, and Dean was just selling like a boss the entire time. I mean, he's like jumping around on one leg, you know, like anytime he has to stand on 2 legs, he like punch his knee a couple times, and then he'd immediately start limping again. Yeah, it was just a really good match. I mean, like I really wish Dean had won the thing, but
I was surprised he didn't go over in this one. I thought Wyatt had I don't know, this was 5 or 6 of them meeting each other in recent history, and I thought Wyatt kind of had enough of the wins that I thought Ambrose would pick it up.
You've had enough.
You've had enough of the wins.
Before we continue, guys, I don't know why, but Darren Young is trending worldwide right now without even having. So I guess people are wondering the same thing we are. Why was he not?
He was also front and center. It's not like he was like in the back where you had to pause your DVR. It was just like, oh, there he is next to Cena in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very obvious. It's like, why isn't he
Why
wrestling?
not wait 3 weeks
Thought he was
for the Rumble?
Yeah.
That makes no sense for someone to come back between December 15th and the Royal Rumble.
It just depends who they have planned for the Rumble, because I hate when guys do come back in the Rumble and you know that they don't have any chance of winning the Rumble.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's kind of a wash
It's
for
like,
them.
oh, it's Darren Young. We haven't seen him in months. Maybe he's going to WrestleMania.
I guess he ain't the bunny.
Yeah.
Bunny's dead, yo.
Bunny is dead. Kane had like a lucky rabbit's foot on his
I thought
keychain
I
when he
saw a
came out.
rabbit.
The bunny's in rehab. Come on, guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have.
Oh, kayfabe, dude.
I'm just bummed. I would have loved to see. Oh wow, that was good. That was good. I just would have loved to see Darren Young have a nice return. You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that he won't. It just was odd timing.
He's gonna get a. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be.
He looked good though. He looked healthy. He had a different vibe. I liked it. He looked like he could be mean.
No doubt about. No doubt about it. Wyatt launches Ambrose into the ambulance a few times, and then, like you mentioned, Cathy, the elbow onto the table from the top. That must have been a good 15 feet in the air.
That hurt watching it.
Yeah. He landed right on his ass.
These two guys, man, warriors.
The lariat off of the stretcher was my favorite move of the night, I think. That was so good.
That's the best part about Ambrose. Even when he's completely insane, but his sense of humor in his matches is still prevalent. Mm-hmm. that he's going to give you laughs that you're just like, oh God, that's funny, but God, he's scaring me.
Yeah, keeps you on your toes.
He really does. So after the elbow, I was like, oh my God, this is it. He's going to win this match. Somehow Wyatt comes back with his sister Abigail. Then another one on the floor picks him up, tosses him in the ambulance for the win. And where do we go from here? That's the question.
To the hospital. It's an ambulance.
Ambulance!
They need that.
I just realized, wouldn't losing an ambulance match be better for you? Because, I mean, you both just get the crap kicked out of you.
Yeah.
And you get thrown in the ambulance like, well, I guess I'm getting a free ride to the hospital now. That's good. And the other guy's like, oh, wait. Me too. Bray's just like, oh.
Bray's driving.
Yeah.
I'll drive us, Dean.
I like this
Actually,
match.
no, the devil drove tonight.
That's right.
Bray was shotgun.
I like this match, but I was surprised when you have a big table bump like that to finish on somebody's finisher instead. Even though it was on the floor, and I understand it, and it was 2, but
it was unexpected, so I give him credit.
Yeah.
All right, moving on, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I guess this is the end of it.
I hope it is.
I don't know.
I feel like it's run its course. Like, I was talking to you guys about it. It's like, it wasn't a bad feud by any means, but I liked the guys both so much that I thought it could have been so much better and so much more. And it just kind of like was treading water the entire time.
It could set up for them having a nice battle in the Rumble, like in the actual Rumble.
I almost don't want them to like even touch again. Just like move on, better things, start
No
fresh.
touching.
No touching.
Yeah, no touching.
I think both of these guys work so well with other people that they could have separate feuds with.
And that's the other thing too. It's like they've just been in their own little bubble for the past like 2 or 3 months. Like they haven't interacted with anyone else.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that's
Because
the
they've been
thing.
having street brawls everywhere.
Yeah, but even like when Cena's like facing someone, it's like he'll have like a match with someone else on Raw, or he'll like do an interview with someone else. It's just like it's just been these two against each other nonstop.
I was kind of hoping that some other entity would come in and they would have to join forces to beat said entity, because they're both crazy and we've had this big feud. I wanted something to turn all of a sudden and shift the momentum, but it was an ambulance instead.
And Bray Wyatt, man, he pulls off 2 Sister Abigails, gets the win, Dean Ambrose in that ambulance.
Yeah.
So things are starting to shape up for the Rumble with these 2 guys, and now that it's over, and Ambrose, I mean, Wyatt clearly, he took most of the matches. I think Ambrose, like you said, only won the
One of them.
boot camp match.
Yeah, on Tribute to the Troops, which no one generally sees.
It was a great show.
I'm sure it always is,
Yeah.
but it's like not watched that much, is it?
It was on, what was it, on USA or something?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
It was on like a different, it was on like a regular,
It's like on a
different
Wednesday or
night
something.
like that, yeah. But it was really cool. I mean, I love when they do that every year.
Oh, it's one of the best things they do.
And fun fact, the guy for Armed Forces Entertainment that ran my tour when I was over there, he's the guy that does it with WWE every year. It's really cool. He flies Vince and the people over, and it's pretty awesome to know that he's like there doing it.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. Your sarcasm really needs to stop sometimes. Talking about the troops, damn it.
Meow, 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 meow. Well,
You became a kitty cat?
I love it when people don't like sarcasm.
I love sarcasm.
wait, that was sarcastic too.
She's just full of it right now.
Oh, was that a double entendre?
What's a double entendre?
Oh, brother.
I'm kidding. All right, Usos and Naomi taking on Miz, Mizdow, and Alicia Fox. Take it away, Cathy. It's Matt.
Uh-oh.
What was this?
Indigestion.
Forget it,
Water.
Cathy. Naomi tackles her to start, tosses Alicia Fox around. I love the aggression early on. Eventually, Mizdow with the distraction, Miz with the roll-up, win for them. Boom, Nat, go.
This was the 3rd distraction finish of the night.
Yep.
Can we have anything different, please?
Well, the ambulance match.
Fair. I mean, fair enough. But I mean, like, can we just have people win or lose? I mean, like, a distraction finish every now and then is
But
fine.
at least it was from someone in the actual match, right?
Yeah,
That's
that
part
is-
of tag team wrestling.
That is true. But I mean, we had, like, Kane distracted earlier on.
That's what Kane do.
I mean, that is what his entire job is at this point. We had the whole Paige Brie Bella distraction.
My only counter to that is that all of the distractions were part of a storyline that is in the middle of something right now. So I'm okay with it when it's...
The distractions are always a storyline, though. That's kind of the problem. Is that, like, it's not going to hurt someone if they just lose every now and then. Like, and that's the whole thing with the distraction finishes and the DQ finishes. I feel like when we get them so often and for so long, it conditions us to like not really care about the matches. And when you don't care about the matches, you don't care about the people in the matches. And I feel like that's part of the reason why people tend to sit on their hands like so much during these shows.
I mean, I think the reason why we've had so many DQs is, like you said, we're in the middle of a lot of things, so we're trying to progress them to the next pay-per-view. It's difficult when you're just now setting the reset button. Not many people were watching the last couple weeks because of the holidays.
Yeah.
And again, this week you're getting into the swing of things. I think next week we'll have an awesome Raw again.
Yeah, I really hope so, but it's kind of like how nowadays like we're afraid to give kids like anything but like first place ribbons, and it's like you were the last winner and like all this like self-esteem thing. And I feel like they're booking in that way where like no one can just lose clean. It's like, oh well, there's an excuse for losing in everybody.
That's a great point.
And so when everyone's special, no one is. You know, it's like just have some people who they lose. It's fine. Like where's Heath Slater? Where's Zack Ryder? It's okay to lose.
John Cena's year of losing.
Yeah.
I mean, people need that occasionally so they can build themselves back up.
I mean, you mentioned Slater and Ryder. They lose every match and they're still over.
Exactly. Because we root for them, so we know they're gonna lose, and so we want them to win. And when like remember when Heath Slater actually beat like Seth Rollins, how big that was?
Yeah.
It's because we never expect it. But when everyone is just sort of like, oh, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, but it'll never really matter. It's okay to lose. That's life. You just pick yourself up and you move back on again.
I've lost plenty. I get it.
Inspirational quote for Instagram.
I know.
It's okay to lose.
It reminds me of a Superman story.
No! 60 minutes. Ryback versus Seth Rollins, but wait! Kane's memory is failing him. It's going to be Ryback versus Rollins and that damn corporate Damon. Ryback fights him off for most of it, though, Dale.
This was a great match for Ryback.
Yeah.
I think.
No, but you really mean that. You're not just
I really do mean
Oh,
that.
that wasn't sarcastic.
That wasn't sarcastic.
Okay.
I'll
Just
explain
the
to you
four
later.
Ryback made me doodle.
Yeah, I did not expect him to have such a good showing. I thought this was going to be a squash. I mean, not a full squash, but not as much of an offense on his part as it turned out to be. And it took 2 curb stomps to put him out, which is, I don't know, pretty impressive for a guy that's been taking out everybody with a curb stomp lately.
Yeah, I enjoyed the finish, too, where it was the shell shock to Kane, then double curb stomp, boom.
Yeah.
And again, it was good. He lost, and we know he got screwed. Next week, we'll see what happens.
It's set up for the end of Raw very nicely. So this was this was interesting. Adam Rose is then in the ring. He's got all the rosebuds versus the New Day. Well, versus our boy Big E. But of course, the New Day was there. Big E was pretty much in control. Rose tries to do whatever he can, puts him in the sleeper hold. Big E gets control, and then out of nowhere gets attacked by the Grim Reaper and a human skeleton. I think that's kind of what it was. Or the guy from Scream. I don't know.
Yeah. It was definitely confusing for a good 10 seconds.
And then I recognized it was them when they were going for their tag
When
team
you saw their
finisher
legs.
move. Oh, I would recognize those hamstrings anywhere.
Well, one of them had headphones on, so I kind of figured. Yeah. Tyson kid.
Fact.
I loved when Cesaro was getting him up for the powerbomb. Big E didn't like quite jump too much, and it looked like he was gonna drop him. But no, this is Cesaro. I don't drop people, and he just muscled him on up anyways.
Dale, what are your thoughts on Cesaro and Kid as a team?
I don't have an opinion yet.
Okay.
I want to see where they're going with it. I don't think
Yeah.
they've showed enough to us. I wish the Cesaro thing from last
week. Why are you
week.
tapping on your wrist, Nat?
Oh, I'm just very excited to talk about these two.
Oh, go ahead. I thought you were
Go on, go
giving
on.
me the
No, we've got time.
go. I know we got time.
The Cesaro speech from last week had me far more excited than putting him in any new tag team.
Yeah.
I think that was like taking reality. If this is a reality era, that was the perfect example of something being set out to the public and him manipulating it, molding it into a character that looked upset, distraught, and ready to make a change. Then they squashed him and he joined a tag team.
Yeah.
I actually don't even want to talk about last week because I'm still just a little too emotional about it. But the Kid Cesaro team, they've actually been teaming for a couple of weeks now. They've just been on Superstars and Main Event, so you have to like go out of your way to find it. But they've been tearing it up. Like they are a great tag team.
I agree.
think they go by Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, they got to have a cool name. If that's their
just
name, I am
amazing.
completely on board.
I mean, they
What's
have,
this thing they're doing here? I didn't catch
I think
on
it might be
what
like
that was.
Masters of the Universe
Oh,
or
is that what
something.
you? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, they have like cool moves. Like Cesaro will do the big swing, and then while swinging, Tyson will drop kick the guy. That I mean,
That'd be great if he just grabbed on and was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess it's just them trying to like debut on Raw, just be like, hey, look, we're a thing now, get used to us. And hopefully, because these are two guys who are way underutilized, hopefully it'll get them both over. This entire segment was like really odd. It was just like, in kayfabe, the main event of the show is Adam Rose versus Big E, and then Masters of the Universe.
But the ending made up for it. And if that's her name, Master Universe, I'm so with it.
Well, they were in that Battle Royal, or sorry, Tag Tornado Tournament situation like a month ago.
Yeah.
That was their kind of debut on Raw, but then we hadn't seen them on Raw since then, as I can recall.
Very true.
But I don't know. I like both guys, so I'd love to see what they do.
Moving on, Authority looking very happy backstage as we go to commercial. We come back. The final segment of the show, Authority brings out John Cena. They demand an ovation for him. Steph calls him her hero. Triple H admits that he thought Cena sucked when he first started, but then he saw him become a superstar. And
that was funny, because you know that was probably true.
Right, yeah.
And then things got really interesting, and they said, let's bring out some of your other big fans. He brings out Ryback, brings out Rowan, brings out Dolph Ziggler, and he warned them that the Survivor Series, there'd be consequences because they joined Team Cena. They threatened a 30-day suspension for Rowan, 60-day for Ryback, and Ziggler. What's gonna happen?
And Ziggler just had 90.
Yeah, makes it sequential. Why not?
It's like that Breakfast Club scene of just like, why not 5 weeks?
Solid reference. They leave the ring to discuss things, and they get up to the ramp, and they made their decision. Cathy, what was the decision?
You're fired.
I was expecting a little more energy out of that, but that's okay.
That was like Donald Trump.
Oh, is that what he does? He just zaps him? Boom. She fires Rowan, Ryback, and Ziggler to finish out Raw, and then the happiest election victory music you've ever heard in your life, and confetti.
Hey, it's kind of like the Ants Go Marching In, except not.
Not at all.
We didn't know the actual name of the song, everybody.
And to Cena's credit, I don't think I've ever seen him look more dejected.
It was great. It was so super awkward.
Yeah.
And like,
which is it wasn't not a very expected ending.
No, and I think Stephanie especially, but Stephanie and Trips excel at like making everyone feel like just uneasy.
Yeah.
So
I loved it.
It was great.
All right, I guess we have to end. Jesus, I don't know what the hell's going on, but I guess we have to end the show. I hear the music.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess we're done. Dale, put yourself over.
Hey, I am The Walking Dale on Instagram and Twitter. You can find Johnny and myself on Nerdist.com. We're coming back strong on this thing. That's it.
We'll have Booker T on tomorrow, and he was on commentary. That'll be fun to talk about.
That was fun.
Go.
I'll be in Laughs Unlimited, Sacramento, February 20th through 22nd. You can find me at NatBayMail and on my website, natbaymail.com.
Kathy?
You can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelley. You can find me on Instagram at Cathy Kelley. You can find me doing The Bachelor show here on AfterBuzz TV.
Tonight.
And that's it. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, tonight.
Tonight, so stick around. At Jay Quasto, at Wrestling Buds, Dale and I this week. It's going to be amazing. And Happy New Year, everybody!
Happy New Year!
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.